Today, I'm going to explain about an Indonesian drama film called Two Blue Stripes. Spoilers ahead. Watch out and take care. The film starts in a classroom where the teacher announces the students' grades. Dara and Bima sit on the same desk together. Dara did excellently, but Bima not so much. The teacher tells him that he should be ashamed for sitting next to Dara. Some kids joke about him, saying that he is too busy dating. Two of them transition on Dara's bed, and she applies some makeup on him to make him more beautiful. She takes his picture and wants to upload it on Instagram. Bima playfully tries to make her phone out of her hands, since he doesn't want that picture to go online. Things slow down, and they have a moment. The film fades to black, and then we see the titles. We return to viewing the two of them. They are lying under the sheets. Bima asks her if it hurts. Dara asks him to not tell anyone about what just happened. Dara and Bima go to grab a bite with their friends for dinner. Suddenly, Dara feels uneasy and she wants to get some air. Bima gets her home and they meet Dara's mother. They tell her what happened and they all blame it on the food. Bima leaves and Dara's mom asks her if they are officially dating. Dara says they are just friends. Dara converses with her sister, Pupit, who is asking Dara for some favors. Pupit thinks her sister is moody and asks her if that is because she is on her period. That makes Dara suspicious. She talks to Bima and they get a pregnancy test. The test turns out positive. Bima avoids Dara at school, and one day he runs to take a taxi so he doesn't speak with her. Bima returns home, and his parents find it weird that he took a taxi and forgot his motorbike at school. His parents pressure him, and Bima cries. They understand that this has something to do with a girl, probably a broken heart issue. Bima speaks with his father privately and tells him he had made a big mistake. His dad tells him to apologize. Bima pays a visit at Dara, and he suggests they look up some clinic where Dara can have an abortion. She says nothing and slowly shuts the door to his face. Bima speaks to some friends of his and asks about the clinic. He does not tell them the truth, of course. He tells them that this is all about a school assignment. Bima and Dara visit the clinic, and they wait at the hallway. Dara looks at the other woman walking around. It doesn't feel right, and she runs outside. Bima follows her. Dara takes his hand and puts it on her belly. She asks him if he is able to hear anything. She says that when her mother was pregnant in Pupit, she was able to feel her every time she sang. Dara says she can't do the abortion. Bima says he will always be with her. They shall keep the baby, but keep it a secret until they graduate. He advises Dara to find ways to tighten her waist. Dara asks what will happen if their parents find out. Bima says it will be embarrassing at first, but their parents will forgive them. Dara tells her mom that she will skip school today because she is not feeling well. Bima visits her. He has bought a plus-size school skirt for her to wear if her belly grows too big. She is worried about her future. She wants to go to a Korean university, but will she be able to? Bima reassures that he will support her in everything. He will get a job and everything is going to be fine. The next morning, the boys play some soccer in the schoolyard while the girls are sitting nearby and talking. The ball accidentally hits Dara on her head. She feels dizzy. Bima, the teacher, and the other students gather around her while Dara says that her belly hurts. She says she is worried about the baby, and everyone learns about their secret. Bima's and Dara's parents are called to the school. They gather and try to figure out what has happened. Dara's parents ask her if she was forced into anything. Bima's parents are a bit calmer, but they are puzzled as well. Bima says he accepts full responsibility. He will take care of the baby and Dara. As soon as he finishes school, he will get get a job. Dara's mother is very disappointed at her, and she says that if Bhima wants to take care of Dara, he should start right now. She walks away, and Dara's father follows after her. Bhima's father tries to keep calm and control the situation, while his mother can't seem able to handle her emotions. Bhima's family is willing to take Dara to stay with them. They walk through their neighborhood, and Dara takes in this new environment. It looks nothing like her own house. They arrive at the house, and Dara has a short conversation with Bhima's mom. Dara says that she is suffering some cramps in her stomach. The night falls, and Dara is resting in Bhima's bedroom. He gets her some food for dinner and tries to make her feel at home. Bhima comments that this neighborhood is quite noisy. The walls are thin around her. Dara, Bhima, and his parents visit a doctor to check up on the baby. The doctor says that everything seems normal so far. Bhima's mother asks the doctor privately why Dara is experiencing stomach cramps. The doctor says that's a normal symptom most of the times, but it has to be monitored because in some cases, it might be a sign of a miscarriage. Dara should get enough rest and not be stressed out. The doctor speaks with Dara and Bhima as well. She tells them they should not have physical intercourse during the pregnancy. She also explains that Dara needs moral support. A young body is not yet prepared to have a baby like a mature female body would be. She warns Dara that she is probably going to experience double the burden in comparison to a mature woman. She tells them to take care of Dara, provide enough quality nourishment through food, and study about pregnancies in order to be prepared for it. Dara's parents take a step back, and they want to take Dara back home. While they walk away, Bhima keeps looking at Dara. Sitting on the back seat of her parents' car, Dara is looking out of the window. Her mother turns her head and takes a look at her daughter. In her eyes, the eyes of a mother, Dara will always be a little girl who needs protection and someone to take care of her. Dara meets with her sister, Pupit, and they sit in her bedroom. Pupit asks Dara if their parents told her anything on their way here. Dara shakes her head, no. Pupit reveals that their aunt and uncle visited yesterday, and they were talking about Dara and her baby. Their mom said that Dara will not be able to take care of the baby, and she wants to give it to their uncles for adoption. Dara walks up to her parents and asks them if this is true. Her mother says that she is not ready to become a parent, but her uncles can take care of the child. Being a parent is a full-time responsibility. Dara complains that if that's true, why did her own mother abandon her a couple of days ago? Dara says she will let Bhima know about their intentions. He is a parent as well. Bhima asks his father for help. His mother supports him by saying that this baby is their grandchild, so they must do something about it and make it right. She can't stand it that the whole neighborhood gossips about their family. Bhima's father presents his own disagreements, but in the end, he retreats and says he is going to talk to Dara's parents. Bhima's older sister, Dewey, pays him a visit. She is angry and disappointed at him, and she is more worried that what happened with Bhima may ruin her own marriage. How is she supposed to justify this situation to her future husband's family? The next day, Bhima's whole family gets in a taxi and heads out. The movie cuts to Dara's house, where her mother is in a hurry to find her cell phone and leave. Her husband tries to calm her down, but she says she has to get Pupit to her swimming lesson. She can't just stay home. Dara tells her mother that she concealed Bhima's family visit because she knew her mother wouldn't like it. Dara's parents sit on the couch for a moment, and Bhima's family knocks on the door. They greet each other and sit in the living room. Bhima's father apologizes for their sudden visit and says they have come to propose a marriage between Dara and Bhima. The film cuts to the next scenes. Dara and Bhima get indeed married. Husband and wife now, Dara tells Bhima that she has been researching laboring methods. She sits in a deep squat position and says that gravity plays its part and actually helps the process in this stance. Following up, she teaches Bhima how one should breathe during the process of giving birth. She makes Bhima do the breathing techniques, and they have some fun with it. Dara tells him that he should not drop out of school. Bhima says that he should. After all, Dara is smarter than him. Dara says she read online that babies inherit their intelligence from their mothers, but the father can be smart as well. Bhima agrees to return to school tomorrow. Dara's father shouts from outside the room and tells Bhima to sleep downstairs. Bhima goes to sleep on the couch. A sequence of scenes shows that Bhima returns to school. Dara's father gets him a job at a restaurant, and Bhima works as a waiter and dishwasher, while Dara is considering some options regarding her education and studies. The sequence ends, and we see Bhima playing a game on his smartphone. Dara's belly has grown bigger. Dara says that she has noticed the fact that Bhima has been skipping school. He needs to take his college education more seriously. Bhima says that he needs to work so they can get their own house. They can't stay at their parents' place forever. Their emotions get out of control, and they have a little fight. Dara sits in the living room, and her mother joins her. Bhima greets them by saying that his mother called, and she needs him back home tonight. Dara is distanced towards him. Dara's friends surprise her and take her out shopping. Dara discovers that her body is going through some physical changes due to the pregnancy. She talks about it with her mother, who does her best to comfort her. The baby kicks and makes them happy. They lay down together and play some music for the baby. Dara has a checkup and everyone is present. The doctor tells them that the baby is healthy and it is a boy. Dara has a talk with Bhima and tells him her mother's relatives are visiting shortly. They should meet them and consider the possibility of giving their baby for adoption. She reassures him that she won't make any decision without his consent. They indeed meet with them, and they seem like good people. Bhima doesn't want to give the baby for adoption, but Dara does. She also wants a divorce. She wants to go to college in Korea, and doesn't want to be a mother who blame her limitations on her child. The two families meet and heavily disagree on all matters. Dara and Bhima share some bonding moments with their parents. That makes them reevaluate their lives and soften a bit. Bhima visits Dara and asks her to rethink the situation. Dara changes her mind and tells her mother to cancel the adoption. She thinks Bhima is going to be a great father. She writes some letters for her future son. She gives birth to the child, but her pregnancy has some complications. She has to be operated, and her husband, Bhima, has to sign a paper for that to happen. Bhima signs, and the operation goes well. The doctor tells Dara that she is fine and wishes her good luck to Korea. The movie ends with Bhima and his family keeping the baby. Bhima and Dara say goodbye, and when they wave their hands, Bhima's wedding ring is still on his fingers. Subscribe to see more videos like this. Turn on the notifications, and leave a like to help the channel grow. Thank you for watching.